Okay, in this video, what I'm going to show you is another part of coordinate geometry, and it's called the distance between 2 points. So if I asked you the distance, it's the length, right? So let's say they give us this little graph in our exam and these two sets of coordinates, and they say plot these below and then find the distance between these 2 points. So let's plot them first. 3, 2, that's x, that's y. Go to 3, go up to 2, and draw our point. Then -1, -2, go to -1, go down to -2, and do your point. And draw them up. Now you'd use a ruler, you wouldn't do it freehand like this, okay? Right. So they want us to find the distance. Again, there's a formula for it. It's in your log tables. You don't need to remember it. It looks like this. D equals the square root of x2 minus x1 squared plus y2 minus y1 squared. So this one people kind of struggle with a little bit more than slope or midpoint because it's got squares and square root and everything, but you shouldn't be afraid of it. You can do it. You just sub in the numbers. So let's label them. That's the first thing we do, is label. So this is going to be x1 and that's going to be y1. This is going to be x2 and this is going to be y2. So let's now sub them in. So D for distance is, leave our square root, x2, so -1 minus x1, which is 3, squared. Don't forget about this or you won't get the right answer. Plus y2, which is -2, minus y1, which is 2. And that's squared as well. So do what's inside the brackets first. Remember your BIMDAS. So we have the square root. What's -1 minus 3? That's going to give us -4 squared plus -2 minus 2. That's also going to give us -4 squared. So this is how they want you to lay everything out. Label. Write down the formula. Sub in these 4 coordinates. Work out what's inside the brackets. Then work out the next bit. So what's -4 squared? So that's 4 multiplied by 4, which is 16, and a minus by a minus will give you a plus. So it's going to be 16 plus, again the same, 16. Now let's do the next bit. Distance equals 16 plus 16 is 32. Now in the question, read what it asks you. It might say leave your answer in cert form. If it says leave it in cert form, then it looks like this. You just leave it as square root 32. It might say in the question, give the distance correct to 1 decimal place or 2 decimal places. In which case, you'd go to your calculator, you'd put in square root 32, press equals, and it'll give you 5.656. Now, depending on if they said round it off to 1 decimal place, you'd go to the number that comes after it. So this is 5. So you know 5, 6, 7, 8, or 9 brings this one up. So that's going to end up being 5.7. And that's your distance. So if it says cert form, you can just leave it like that. If it says correct to 1 or 2 decimal places, write out a few decimal places and then round it off, depending on your question. Okay?